You're watching BBN Tonight on your official UK sports station, LEX 18. Presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK athletics.
All right, welcome back. Let's talk some more basketball.
Yeah, we're joined now by Mike Pratt of the UK Sports Network. And Mike, we are talking about kicking off Camp Cal. You've been around his teams before that have maybe had trouble in the early stages, and then they get together like this and come out on the other side a better team for it. Will this team be able to do that, getting in the gym together 2 or 3 times a day?
I think so. What they're trying to do is bring this team together, open up the lines of communications. And you can tell, let's be honest, by the way this team is played, they're not all on the same page in the same book right now, which is not unusual for young players. But the sooner you get them into the book and the page you want, the better off. Of course, this team has been robbed of preseason in November and a continuity of practice prior to that. So right now, this is important. 2-3 a days, tape work, more than anything, gang, the communication individually between these players and the coaching staff can tie things together and try to get everybody on that same page, same book.
And also, Mike, this team has been plagued with turnovers, especially these last 3 games. I think they're averaging nearly 20 a game. The assist-to-turnover ratio is just really bad, and Cal talked last night about working on the turnovers and the toughness. Let's listen into what he said about that.
These are the areas that we're going to work on. 18 assists, shot the ball better. We're doing stuff, but when it came time to grind it and play that winning basketball like we've always been able to play with players that have been a little more experienced in this group, we're not doing it right now. So we got to teach. We got to go. I got faith in the group. We have talent. We have size. We just don't have the mindset right now. And so I've got to create that.
So, Mike, what are some things Cal can do this week to create that mindset and get those assists up and the turnovers down?
Well, they can go over tape. They can look at situations. They can talk about what is a good pass. Now, you may think that's simple, but, to be a good passer, to make a good pass, you've got to know your teammates. You've got to know the offense, and you got to have confidence. I watched the last game and maybe the last half of the second game, Kansas. They seemed like they were laboring to pass the ball, to realize who was open and who wasn't. And then they threw a lot of soft passes. So he and his staff, Calipari and the staff, will go back now and start talking to these players. And then in practice, they're going to hold them accountable for mistakes. They're going to hold them accountable in practice for mistakes and hope that they can get out the back end for a ball game and cut their turnovers down.
Cal's always had that guy that can drive the car. I mean, point guards have been his thing. I think we're struggling to find out who that guy is going to be. But looking ahead to this weekend, is toughness an issue? Because a Mike Pratt coach team is certainly going to give you some challenges. Yep. Notre Dame, always a veteran group, and they start 4 juniors and a senior. Listen, this is going to be another tricky test for this team.
It is, and at point guard position, you have Mintz, who is a veteran, but he's learning a new situation. He's having to learn what's demanded of him from a different coaching staff. Then you've got a 17-year-old freshman who should be in high school. He chose to come out. It's been slow for him, and he's playing without a lot of confidence right now. You can sense that in just looking at his body language. So he needs to somehow put his confidence back in that body and play basketball. And I don't know how long it'll take because, as you all know, Calipari's guards many times have been slow to develop using November, which this young fella asked you didn't have, using November and December to be ready in January. So now it might take December and January for him instead of November and December.
Who had Emmanuel Quickly as a first-round pick 2 years ago?
Crazy.
Nobody. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it.
Thank you. See you.
All right. Stick around. We'll have a big update on a member of the football team.
That's next on BBN Tonight.